Let me share with you one of my most favorite ways of factorizing a trinomial. So here's an example, 6x squared plus 11x plus 3. Okay, so the first task is to look for two numbers, a and b, let's call them a and b, such that the product of a and b is equal to the product of these two numbers. So in other words, a times b must be equal to 6 times 3, which is 18. And the second condition is that those two numbers must also add up to the number in the middle. So a plus b must be equal to 11. Okay, so then I start thinking about factors of 18. We've got, obvious one is 18 times 1, but if I add that together, I don't get 11, so that's not it. And then the next one is 9 times 2, and if I add those together, I get 11. So this is the winning pair. Okay, so how do we actually use that information to factorize the expression? We then say, okay, 6x squared, then we split up this term using these numbers that we found. So 6x squared plus 9x plus 2x, and you could write them the other way around. It would also work out if you did it that way, right? Plus 3. And then from there we do grouping. So we look at, okay, what's the common factor between these two? And the common factor, or the highest common factor rather, is 3x. And then we're left with 2x plus 3. And then we ask ourselves, what's the common factor between these two? And that is 1. That's the highest common factor for 2x plus 3. And then now we've got two terms that both have a 2x plus 3 factor. So we factor that out. So we've got 2x plus 3, and in the first term we're left with 3x, and in the second term we're left with 1. And then there you go, your trinomial is factorized.